Hello everyone. This video will show the definition of coterminal angles. To better understand what coterminal angles is, let's go over this labeled circle that we have down here. We remember that if we are given a circle, we can come up with angles around it. We always remember that if we count the angle, measures counterclockwise direction, so towards this direction right here, we take the positive value. That's the reason why we start from 0 and then we take the positive value, that's 30, 45, 60 as we go around the circle, going all the way to 360. However, we can come up with angles that are more than 360. So from here, I can go ahead and say that after 360, we add 30, this would also be 390 degrees. And then this interval here is by 15. So we can go ahead and say that the next one here is 405 degrees. And then this interval is 15, so we can go ahead and this is 420 degrees. And I'm going to go ahead and label the rest of these using the second round of values. So this 720 degrees here had made 2 turns around the circle. So we can go ahead and move farther. We add another 30. So this one right here would be 750, and this can go forever. On the other hand, if we count the angles backwards, that means we go clockwise direction, we take the negative values. That means if we start here from 0, this becomes negative 30. This would be negative 45. So it's going to be the same thing up here, but this time around we do it backwards and it's going to be negative. So this is negative 60, negative 90, and I will label the rest of the parts here. Now, we can extend this further. This can go all the way to negative 390 degrees. This is negative 405 degrees. This is negative 420 degrees, and we can extend farther. Now, notice that there's going to be an infinite set of numbers that will match up with 30. There's going to be infinite numbers that would match up with 45 and that would match up with 60. So there's going to be infinite numbers of them, both positive and negative. These angles that we have right here, which are a match, are called coterminal angles. By definition, coterminal angles are 2 or more angles that have initial and terminal sides in the same position. Meaning, if we take this point, this line right here as the initial point, if we say 30, the initial and the terminal sides of the angle, so this side right here is the initial, and this is the terminal. From the initial to the terminal, that it forms a 30-degree angle. Now, if we say coterminal angles, these are angles that have the same initial and the same terminal. So that means this 30, 390, 750, negative 330 have the same initial and the same terminal. Because we can go ahead and say that this 30 is from the initial here, it goes to the terminal. This 390 here is that it went one circle, turned around the circle, and then goes back to the terminal. So it started on the same initial, but ended up on the same terminal side. And this 750 degrees here starts from the initial, and it made 2 turns around the circle back to its terminal position. And this negative 330 here, it starts from the initial, but it went the other way around the circle because it's negative, and it stops on the terminal. So that is what we mean by coterminal angles. So this is the formula for coterminal angles. So if we are given an angle, its coterminal would be, so if we're given an angle theta, its coterminal would either be we add 360 or we subtract 360. So looking at 30 right here, so if we add 360 to 30, that would be 390. 390 plus 360 is 750. Now if we have 30 minus 360, it's going to be negative 330. So to get the coterminal, we just have to either add or subtract 360 from the given angle. Now, what happens if the angle measure is in radian? If the angle measure is in radian, so we see this is in radian right here, we always remember that going counterclockwise direction would be positive and going clockwise direction would be negative. So it's going to be the same thing, but the measure is in radian. So using the previous formula with the degree, we can go ahead and write the formula for coterminal angles if the given angle is radian, and this is the formula down here. So it's just gonna be the coterminal would either be we add or subtract 2 pi to the given angle. So that is coterminal angles in a nutshell.